Hello, hola, bonjour, konnichiwa, ni hao, sports fans all around the world. Welcome to Emil's Talk, a special segment on This or That Sports TV where you and I can laugh, have discussions, and find solutions to pressing issues for us people, the game we love. Don't forget, like this video, leave a comment, and share your thoughts in the comment section below. Very important, people. Now to the people, if you never used to interact with Emil's Talk, now is the time. This video right here, now is the time. You need to. You need to, people. I need Coach Hal Grimson to see this video. I need JFF to see this video. I need all the schoolboys to see this video. And when I start to speak, you'll get an idea where I'm coming from and why I'm saying all of these people. Right? So, let me kick off the video, people. You see it all over. Persons talking about these people. The Mason Greenwood saga. You see it, people. All over the media. Locally and abroad. You see it, people. And what I really want to talk about, people, is this thing going around where persons are saying that can Mason Greenwood continue to play for Manchester United or England? Will he be able to, if not, will he be able to represent Jamaica? Do people want Mason Greenwood a part of any football team or country at this moment? All of these things I'm starting to think about, and that's what I want to talk to you about, people. But before I get into that, make way roll back up the clock a little bit, just a little bit. Let's roll it back a bit, people. Now, persons would remember Ronaldo coming to Manchester United. Very exciting move when it happened, because everyone thought that he would be a Manchester City player. But yes, people, he ended up moving to Man United, and the fans were rejoicing. They loved that move. So Ronaldo came to the club and he's seeing the infrastructure, and he's around the training facilities 24/7 with these young players. And I wanted to remember this game, people, the West Ham game, people. Sometime, I believe it's sometime in August 2021, around that time. People, you must remember that game, people, where Ronaldo was visibly frustrated with Mason Greenwood on the pitch, and him couldn't hide it, people. And then after that, now, as you know, Ronaldo would leave the club, and you see the saga with Ronaldo, right? And he came out and he did an interview, and he spoke about the young players at Manchester United. Well, he alluded to it because he also involved players, whether it be French league or all the players, young players around the world, people. But he did allude to the players at Manchester United as well. And he's saying that the problem is not that they're not disciplined or anything, but they're saying, I remember him saying that there's some anger issues. They don't take telling. They don't see an example in front of them, example of greatness, and want to follow it. They want to do their own thing. They don't really want, you know? And I remember that interview, I remember what Ronaldo was saying. And Piers Morgan asked him if he can name a player, a young player at Manchester United, that you think, that he thinks would embody or go further based on the characteristics, and he mentioned Dallo. I don't know if it was because he's also Portuguese or whatsoever and he's been around him, but he did mention Dallo, right? Mentioned Dallo, and he said that he's one of the young players out there who he sees very professional, doesn't get into the drama, and just does his work. He also mentioned, I believe, Martinez or some of the sort. He also mentioned that player as well. Those players, those young players. I didn't mention anybody else. Now, people, listening to that interview now, you can safely make an assumption that the players that he was referring to, the players who possibly have these anger issues, are not listening to the advice of the veteran players out there, people. You can make that assumption that Mason Greenwood was a part of the thoughts of Ronaldo when he made that statement. You can safely make that assumption that Mason Greenwood was a player at the time at Manchester United who had anger issues, not listening to the veteran players and just doing what he wants to do. People, if you watch majority of the Mason Greenwood matches the moment Ronaldo came to the club, you could see a difference, people. You could see that the balls that he would normally pass, him not go past him kind of get over selfish. You know that as a forward you want to be selfish, but at times you need to know when to let go of the ball. And he saw that, people. It's like his attitude was if he was bigger than Ronaldo at his young age, being 20 or 19 at that time. His mannerism and everything, like, I am better than you. Why me I give the ball? Me I take that shot there. Why me I say all of these people? Because me I try make sense of the situation and tying the things all together. Right? So, we hear all of that now. And then the reports came out. And we saw the video, we saw the pictures, and we heard the audio, people. What Mason Greenwood did to his girlfriend, to his partner, yeah. If I could, people, it's because I don't want the video to get taken down, people. Gruesome, people. Gruesome. And if anybody, if you want to see the video or hear the audio or the pictures, you can look it up. It's still up there. Because once it goes on all these social media platforms, it can't come down. It's there for everyone to see. So if you want to do that research, you can do it and you'll see it for yourself. Bust up her lip. Bruise her up. And then we hear the audio. I'm not repeating nothing what I'm saying. You get me? I say, people, and it was strange to me after everyone, I'm talking everybody, seeing the evidence that was put out there and looking at it. Persons were expecting, there is no way on God's green earth, no way on God's green earth that Mason Greenwood would be a free man at this moment, where charges would be dropped. There is no way on God's green earth seeing all of that evidence there. Right? And it is strange to me how someone would then look at me and then say, oh, you're not a judge, you're not the prosecutor. And I yes, I'm not the judge or the prosecutor. I say, oh, them a do them job, and if them say he's not guilty, then him not guilty, make the man go out there and go play some ball. Okay, that is your perspective, and that is you, and me and I have differences right there. So, because saying that somebody, just because the judiciary system saying that he is free to go and the charges are dropped, doesn't necessarily mean that Mason Greenwood is not guilty of these actions. You know, people, we have the evidence right in front of us. We know that is Mason Greenwood's voice. We know that's his voice. We know that that's his girlfriend. I would also say, we see the videos, we have the pictures, we have the audio, we have everything right in front of it. So what more we need? What more do we need to see that he in fact did this act and should be punished accordingly to the acts that he had committed? So I don't understand how some individuals are watering down the situation, us as fans watering down the situation and say, oh, if England don't want No want him, we take him to Jamaica, come play for Jamaica, rarity. I mean I say, if England no want him, and Manchester United no want him, why we as Jamaicans want to drop our standards and allow Mason Greenwood to then represent our country? People, you see the drama with the JFF and all the other things in Jamaica right now. Can we really afford all of that negative press that will come if Mason Greenwood does represent Jamaica or does come on the island and wants to represent us? What are the ramifications of that? I'm just asking questions, people. As me I say, we just reason out things, and as I say, we need for comment in the comment section, people. Because me and you, we're going to reason them things out. We want to reason things out and we want to talk about this, people. Right? It is strange. Can Jamaica, you see the drama all around Jamaican football, whether it be around the vloggers or JFF or the footballers in general. You see the drama. Can we really afford to have Mason Greenwood injected into the current team as it stands? Yes, people, we know that Mason Greenwood is a talented individual. But does his talent outweigh the ramifications that would come? That's my question to you, people. Would it outweigh? Because I'm not sure. I'm not sure, people. I'm really not sure. Because if you bring him over here now, what message is that sending to the wider? What message is that sending to the world? What message is that sending to the younger girls in our country? What message is that saying to even our own reggae girls? Now going to the World Cup, getting ready to go to the World Cup. What message are we sending? If Coach Al Grimson does bring Mason Greenwood into the fold, these are the questions that I'm sitting down and I'm thinking about. The what ifs. Can we manage all of that, people? Is the Jamaican infrastructure and the federation built for something like this? Because if Mason Greenwood come represent Jamaica, this will be a very big deal, people. Headlines all around. Headlines all around, people. And I can only see the negative headlines that some media outlets would want to push out there because of it. Right? Now, on the other end of the spectrum, people, on the other end of the spectrum, we can say to ourselves, okay, we know that Mason Greenwood did this. We have the evidence. We've seen it clearly with our own eyes, the videos, the pictures, the audios. And he's now free. Charges dropped. We know that he's done the act, but how do we move from this? Is there room for reforming someone who has done wrong? Is there room for that? How do you counsel or talk to somebody after doing something like that and get them into the fold? Some psychological help, people. Something to that degree. Reformment. How you going to talk to the player and get him ready? His mind, everything. What are the things Mason Greenwood would have to do to get past this situation? I don't remember which book, but it is always said that you protect your reputation with your life at all costs. Now, after him do something like this and his name has been dragged across the mud, how do you revitalize your career? How do you become a phoenix rising from the fire? How do you, that is my question. What can Mason Greenwood do? Yes, people, I know. I know that you're sitting there and wondering, what on earth could he do right now to get past this? It will take years of reformment for him to even get past this and for fans to get past this, because we would have to see a character change. So the Mason Greenwood that we would see when he was playing for Man United, it can't be the same Mason Greenwood. No, something has to change. He has to come out also when he's at the right space of mind to make a public statement as well. Because there's no way on God's green earth you can be involved in something like that and then you come out and want to play football like nothing ever happened. No, that's a recipe for disaster. It's going to take stages. So people, I don't expect Mason Greenwood to just come out now and now that the charges are dropped and he's a free man, he's just going to come out there and play some football. No. More has to go into it, people. A lot more has to go into it. I keep saying the word reformment. A change needs to be made. Something has to be done on his end before he's ready to play for any football team at the moment, people. Right? And I'll touch back on persons who are adamant and wanting Mason Greenwood to represent Jamaica. And they're saying, well, the judge say him not guilty, so make him go on. Him can't come represent we. Now, my question to you would be, if it was your daughter or your niece or any other family relative in that same position, would your thought process be the same? Would it be the same, people? That's just my question to you. All those persons who are championing and wanting Mason Greenwood and they don't have an issue. They don't have no issue whatsoever. Because people, it would be nice if him could get over this and represent the country, because we know the talent level that he has. But you can't pretend as if there is not a dark cloud over him. We can't afford more negativity to bring into our country right now. We can't afford that. Right? So these are the little things that I want the people of Jamaica to think about. You get me? So you notice I'm bring you the two perspectives. You get me? I give you the two perspectives, the good and the negative. The positive and the negative, people. Come out here and come give it to your people. Right? And what kind of lesson can our schoolboys take from this? I've had countless discussions with Man United players, Man United fans. And I always said that, alright, as a young player, 19, 20, 18, around that age, you're susceptible to everything the moment money come into the picture. Fame, women, all of a sudden you feel like you're on top of the world and you can get away with anything because you are the man. And how it can poison your mind. How important it is to have a mentor in all of these young players' mind. Right? So, for even our schoolboys, do we have psychiatrists or persons in charge of these players from a mental perspective? Right? Managing the players' anger issues. Having some counseling sessions with these players, because being a footballer is not easy. And when those players do come into the light, they start to get money. How do they manage that money? How do they manage the ego that comes with being a professional player and being on the spotlight? These are the little things that I want to ask in terms of the schoolboy football, because we want to produce well-rounded individuals, persons of great character. You get me, I say? So, as I said before, I'm not sure if there are any persons in that capacity when it comes to the schoolboy football. I'm not sure, I don't know. I hope there is, and if there isn't, there should be persons put in place who fill out that role, because it would be sad if any one of the Manning Cup or the Costa Cup players, they come out exceptional talent and they get a move to Europe or North America, and then them get themselves caught up in something nasty like what Mason Greenwood got caught up, or even something worse than that, if you get what I'm saying. Even something even worse than that, right? So these are the little things, and people, sometimes we know that is a sports channel now coming for entertainment, but sometimes we have to roll it back a little and we have to keep it real sometimes. This world is bigger than football, people. So it is strange when we hear the news report come out and the first thing on our minds is England no want him, Man U no want him, alright, him can come play for Jamaica. That thought process is a bit troubling. We have to slow down sometime, people. You see me? We have to slow down sometime, people, and then just reason it out. Because we shouldn't have pre-so people. I'm not hear nobody talk about the girl in all of this. Is the girl okay? From a mental perspective, how she go recover from all of this mental draining situation that she's been going with the media, possibly with Mason for all of these years now, but she's been with him for however long she has been with him. All of that stress piling onto her. And as you've seen, the charges were dropped. Who's to say that the pressure get to her and she same one drop the charges? She can't manage the media pressure. And at the time when she released the videos and the pictures and the audio, she was in an emotional state, and she probably wasn't thinking too clearly when she just put them out there, right? She just dropped them out there, and then she looking at it now, she's saying that maybe she shouldn't have done this because of all the stress will multiply on top of it. And maybe it's damaging her mentally. Because people, even in our own country, you see it. Or sometime, policeman, soldier man, or any other regular man beat up them woman. And the woman them still come up and say, oh, I love him so much, and rare and te. It is just something mentally pulling at the individual. That individual is struggling and needs help. So when you see something like this, you have to start and question it. You get me, answer, people? So now, because the charge is dropped, there are multiple things that could have come in play. Just as I said before, all of that pressure on that young girl, I'm gonna see nobody ask if she okay. In all of this, I don't see people are beer football. Come on, people. If we do a bit better than that, you get me, I say? If we start slow down and we just have a reasoning about it and said, sometimes if slow down and say, oh, this is not right at all. You know? So people, it is going to be a very, very, very interesting to see how this all pans out. What will happen to Mason Greenwood? It would be interesting. Now, people, I don't want you to leave this video thinking that I am some prosecutor or judge, because people, I am no God, I am no judge. But it would be absolutely difficult for me if Hal Grimson calls up Mason Greenwood and he does in fact comes and represents Jamaica. It would be difficult to me, and I'm sure it would be difficult to other fans, to accept him so readily. It would be absolutely difficult. And as I've said previously in the video, yeah, a lot of self-work has to be done. Reformment. I keep repeating it, reformment. You get me, I say? A lot of things have to go into it before him can start thinking about football, because of the situation he put himself into. right? So people would just take this in stages. We can't just jump on the football side of it so fast. We have to make sure say all of the stages meet the requirements. You can't just rush it so. So for the persons, as I said before in the video, for the persons who are so readily welcoming for Mason Greenwood to represent Jamaica, if that young lady was your daughter, your sister, your mother, any other relative, would you react the same way? Would you be saying the same thing? Right? Would you be saying the same thing? Yeah, so yes, people, that is the end of the video. Thanks for listening to my few thoughts, and this is a video that has been going on in my mind, and I really had to come out here and talk about it, you know. So people, don't forget, like this video. When you like this video, it improves the visibility of the video, so it can go out there and many persons can see it to the intended individuals. You get me? I say, more need everybody who come across this video to like it, so it can go out there, so persons can see it. Persons in the higher ups can see it before they make a decision. You get me? I say, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if a madness may attack. Let me know if a the right thing may attack. As you see in people, I give two sides of the spectrum. So I'm not beat him completely, because me and a God, and I can't judge no one. You get me? I say, but it'll be difficult for me. For me, right, yourself, to forgive a man doing such an egregious act like that. You get me? I say, it's tough, it's difficult. But as I said, I am no God. But I did have to gain the two perspectives of it. You get me? I say, and share this video to as many people as possible. The supporters of This or That Sports TV really appreciate you. When we go out there and we see when calling out to us, it really warms our heart, and we are very appreciative of the support that you have been giving us over the past years and so thanks. I really appreciate it, and continue to look forward to even more content, and our content will continue to innovate and get better as the year and months progress. But yes, people, that's the end of Email's talk. Hope you and your family are having a wonderful day. Bye for now.